So G is equal to G of, it is a set of vertices and set of edges. Okay, and there will be a relationship between this V and E. So V is a finite non-empty set of vertices and E is a set of pair of vertices. These pairs are called the edges. Okay, so uh, it is a null graph. No edges are there. But this particular diagram is not a graph because there will be no connection between the vertices and the edges. Only the edge is represented, but there will be no vertices. That's why this is not a graph. Okay. So a graph, G is a pair where V is the finite non-empty set called the set of vertices, and E, that is a subset of V cross V, that denote the set of edges of the graph G. Okay, a vertex that belongs to capital V, any vertex of your graph, it belongs to capital V, that may have zero or more predecessor and zero or more successor. So more specifically, graph is a what is the definition of tree? Anyone? Tree definition: tree is a connected, acyclic, undirected graph. Tree is a graph, but it is acyclic. Tree is not cyclic. So the main difference between graph and tree is that graph may be cyclic, but tree is not cyclic. It is acyclic. So tree is a acyclic, connected, undirected graph. Okay, and so the elements of E are the edges connecting a pair of elements of V. Okay, and if the elements of E is the set of edges, elements of the E, that is the edges, actually the edges, these are ordered pairs. That is, what do we mean by ordered pairs? Anyone? What is ordered pair? Any idea?
So direction is used.
Direction, yes. If the elements of E, that is your edges, are governed by the direction, these are the ordered pairs, then G is called a directed graph or digraph. And it is denoted as in this is the sign for directed. U and V. U and V, that means there is a connection. If it is U, if this is U and this is V, there is a connection, and the connection and direction, and this is for undirected. Okay, so this is U and this is your V. So this is U and this is V. This is undirected. Okay, so these are the some definitions. Path. So path, uh, it is a sequence of alternating vertices and edges, begins with a vertex, end with a vertex. Each edge is preceded and followed by its endpoints. These are some of the definitions. So a graph may be represented by two ways. Graph is represented in two ways. Number one is the adjacency matrix, and number two is the adjacency list. Okay, there are two ways for representing a graph. Okay, and the complexity for adjacency matrix is order of n square, and for adjacency list it is order of n. So which one is better?
List.
List. Adjacency list is better. Okay. So adjacency matrix, let the graph is this. This is A, from A we're getting B. Let this is another vertex C. uh, D, E, these are connected and these are connected. Let this is the graph. Okay. Now, what is the adjacency matrix? How to represent the adjacency matrix of this given graph? So first of all, you have to write the matrix, square matrix A, B, C, D, and E. So first of all, write down the rows and the columns. Now, what do you mean by self loop? Self loop is that it is a self loop. Starting vertex and the ending vertex is same. It is a self loop. So there is no self loops. That's why from A to A, we have to put this 0. So this is the cost. This adjacency matrix, it is a 0, 1 matrix. That is, the entries are either 0 or 1. 0 means no connection is there, and 1 means there will be a connection. That is, it represents the adjacencies, it represents the neighbors of a vertex. Okay. So no self loops. So that's why B to B, this is again 0. From C to C, this is 0. D to D, 0. And from E to E, this is 0. Okay. So the diagonal elements are 0 in adjacency matrix, as there are no self loops. If there is a self loop, then this will be transformed into 1. Okay. Next, A to B. A to B. A to B is a connection. There is a connection. That's why you have to put this as 1. Okay. A to C. Yes, this there will be a connection. 1. A to D. What should I write? 0. A to E. 1.
1.
So B to A, as this is the undirected, so this is 1. B to C, B to C,
0.
0. And B to D, 1. And B to E is 1. C to A, so C to A, 1. C to B, 0. Right? And C to D is 1. And C to E is again 0. D to A,
0.
is it 0 or 1?
0.
0. D to B, D to B is 1. D to C is 1, again 1. D to E is 1. E to A, E to A is 1.
0. Oh,
1.
E to A, sir.
E to B, E to B is again 1. E to C, E to C,
0.
0.
and E to D, 1.
1.
So this is the adjacency matrix representation of this given graph. This is a undirected graph and it has no self loops. Okay. So what is the complexity? How can I compute the complexity? There are total n rows and n number of columns. That's why any operation will take order of n square. Okay. Any confusion? Anyone?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Now, so this is the adjacency matrix representation. Now we have to set the adjacency list. Adjacency list. So there are total A, B, C, D, E. So first of all, write the A. This is for A, B, C, D, and this is your E. So first, this is for A, B, C, D, and E. Okay. So this is your adjacency. This is your adjacency list representation. Adjacency list representation of your graph. Now we have to represent this. So how to represent? So from A, from A vertex, how many vertices are connected? B, C, B, C, and E. Okay, B, C, and E. Total 3. So first write down the B, C, B, C, and E. The ordering may vary. It is not fixed. Okay. So this is the last part. So first one is, this is your data part and this is your pointer part, right? So you may write it also B, E, C, or C, B, E, or E, B, C, or E, C, B. Okay. Next, from B, what should I write? From B, from B, from B. So from B we can get A, B, and E. It is checked quickly from the adjacency matrix. A, D, and E, A, D, E. So you can write A, D, E. A, next part is your A, D, E. A, D, E. Okay. So in this way, you can construct all the entries. Any confusion regarding the adjacency matrix representation and adjacency list representation of a given graph? Please clarify. So what is the connection for D? What is the connection for D? For D, B, C, and E, B, C, E. So B, C, E, you can write this, the data part first, B, okay, B, C, B, C, and E, B, C, E. So this is the connection from B, sorry, D. Okay. Any queries up to this?
No, sir.
Please clarify.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
So, what do you mean by degree? Anyone? What do you mean by degree?
So number of edges.
Yes, the
The
degree. Yes, the the degree of a vertex is the number of edges incident to that vertex. The degree of a vertex is the number of edges incident to that vertex. Okay, incident to that vertex. So what is the vertex, what is the degree for a?
3.
3. Yes. What is the degree for c?
2.
2.
2. Yes, 2. So what do you mean by in degree and out degree? In degree and out degree.
so it can be done on only directed
Yes,
graphs.
it
The
is.
indi
It can be defined only in directed graphs, digraphs. Okay, in degree means number of edges, number of edges that are coming towards your vertex. We define in degree of a vertex V to be the number of edges for which V is the head, and out degree is defined to be the number of edges for which V is the tail. Okay, and there is a connection between number of edges, the relationship between the number of edges and the number of degree and the degree So what is the relationship between this? So it is written in this way. E is the number of edges. E is the number of edges. So E is equal to the formula. The very important formula is that di 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 is the degree of ith vertex, di divided by 2, where I runs from 1 to n. I runs from 1 to n. I is equal to 1 to n. Okay, I is equal to 1 to n, or you can write also it in minus 1, and this is 0. It runs from 0 to n minus 1. Okay, so this is the main formula. This is the relationship between number of edges and number of uh, degrees. So how many edges are there? So E is equal to, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it 7? Number of edges.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So DI, can you compute the DIs? What is the total value of DI summation over I is equal to 1 to n or 0 to n minus 1? So 0 to n minus 1. If you take your index starting index 0, then it will end at n minus 1.
14.
Is it
14.
14?
Yes,
So
sir.
for A, so for A, vertex A, the degree is 3, right? So 3 plus. For B, again 3 plus. For C, 2. plus D. For D, this will be 3 plus for E, again 3. So what will be the result? Divided by, sorry, divided by 2. So this is 14 by 2. 14 by 2. 7. Is it clear to you? Please clarify.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I'm going to discuss about the traversal. Traversals of a graph. Traversals of a graph. There are two traversals, depth first search and breadth first search. Depth first search and breadth first search. Any idea? Do you know what is depth first search and breadth first search? Anyone? Any idea?
No, sir.
Sir, to get the spanning tree, we use these.
No, spanning tree is totally different. Spanning tree is totally different. So this graph is given. This is the graph. Okay, this is the graph is given. And spanning tree of this graph means just you have to cover all the vertices. Number one, you have to cover all the vertices, but with minimum number of edges. That is that particular graph that spans over your given graph. This is a minimum spanning. This is the spanning tree, and the minimum spanning tree is the particular spanning tree whose weight is minimum. Every edge is associated with a weight whose weight is minimum. That is the minimum spanning tree. Spanning tree means you have to cover all the vertices, but with a minimum number of edges. If there are n number of edges, then in your spanning tree there will be at most n-1 number of edges. Okay, this is spanning tree, totally different. But traversal means starting from your just what do you mean by tree traversal? Any idea? Tree traversal? Anyone?
Tree traversal was in order.
Yes, in order. Tree traversal means in order, pre-order, post-order. That is, you have to traverse the whole tree, given tree. Just similar to that, your graph is given, you have to traverse from the starting vertex. The starting vertex is given to you. This is the traversal. So, if the graph is given, there are two ways. First one is the breadth first search, and second one is the depth first search. So, along the depth wise, along the breadth wise. Okay. So, first of all, I'm writing two algorithms.
Sir, can you write the full forms? Like,
Full
death?
form.
Yeah. Death. I couldn't understand what you were saying.
Yes. Depth first search and BFS breadth first search. In artificial intelligence, there are another searching techniques, that is best first search. This is a combination best first search. It is a combination of depth first search and breadth first search. That is depending upon the requirement, you can apply the BFS as well as in DFS in any searching techniques in AI. That is the best first search. Okay. So first of all, depth first search. So in depth first search, this is very important. Depth first search, first input. Input. So what is your input? Input is the starting vertex. The starting vertex. Let this is V. Okay, the starting vertex. Let this is V. Okay, and n is the number of vertices of the graph G. So G is your graph. So total two inputs are given. So total two inputs are given. Okay, and output. What is the output? So your output is an array visited. It is giving you the order of visit of the vertices during traversals. Okay, so input is the starting vertex. This is your V, and n is the number of vertices. Okay, so data structure. So what is the data structure used? Here stack data structure is used. In case of every year, you are asked the data structure used in DFS and BFS. In depth first search, DFS, the data structure used is stack. In breadth first search, the data structure used is queue. Okay. So first, the steps algorithm. So the algorithm first. Here the stack is used. Okay. Let the stack name is open. Let the stack name is open. Okay. I am explaining the algorithm. Let the stack name is open, that holds the vertices visited. Okay. Initially it is empty. So algorithm first step. So step number 1, if your GPTR is equal to null. So what is GPTR? Here the GPTR is the pointer. GPTR is the pointer to the graph. It is the pointer to the graph. G. If your GPTR is null, it means print the graph is empty. Okay, the graph is empty. Okay, and exit. And end if. Exit and end if. Next, U is equal to V. So first, sorry, U is equal to your V. First copy, first copy the starting vertex V. The starting vertex is V. It is copied in a vertex U. Okay. Next one is that push that particular vertex. So open, what is open? What is open? The stack name is
It's a
open.
stack.
Stack name is open. What is visited? The array name is visited. Okay. Now, when so first open dot push U. Okay. Open dot push U. What do you mean by this? Push
Yeah,
the
pushing the first vertex.
starting vertex into open. Push the starting vertex into open. Okay. Now while your stack is not empty. So what is the condition for stack not empty? Anyone? Stack not empty. Stack dot top. I am representing
Yeah.
this in this way that open dot push. What do you mean by open dot push? That is the push operation. It is performed on open stack. What do you mean by open dot top? That is the top of your open stack. Okay. When your open dot top, it is not equals to, null. It is not equals to null. Okay. So do, it means till the stack, till the stack is not empty. Till the stack is not empty. Okay. U is equal to open dot pop. So pop the top element. Pop the top element from open. Okay. Pop the top element from open. Right. Okay. Now if your search if your search array if your search array this is a function. Okay. If your search array the array name is visited and U is false. If it is false, then insert array. The array name is visited and U. Sorry, small U. Okay. So what do you mean by this? It means if U is not in the array, if U is not in the array visited, okay, then insert insert u in the array visited. Okay, up to this, any query? For I is equal to, for I is equal to 1 to n, for I is equal to 1 to n, for I is equal to 1 to n. Okay, so for I is equal to 1 to n, so now we have to push all the adjacent vertices, push all the adjacent vertices of u into open. So if your GPTR, of u comma I, if u comma I is equal to 1, that is, there is a connection, then open dot push of I. Okay, and now end if next end for. Okay, here end if, now end while, and return your visited array, and next stop. So this is your depth first search algorithm. So if there is a keyword, so first of all, please look it carefully. If your G pointer is null, then if your G pointer is, this is written in algorithmic form. So if your GPTR is null, that is your graph is totally empty. So write down your graph is empty. Okay, and then exit. Okay, and next one is end if. Okay, next u is v is copied in u. Okay, and push the starting vertex into open is the stack. Okay, and while your stack top is not null, then do, that is, till the stack is not empty, your stack is not empty. So first of all, pop the stack top, pop the top element from your open stack. Now if this is your, if your popped item is not in the array, the array name is visited. Okay, so you have to copy, then you have to, if u is not visited, then insert array, and insert u in the visited array. Okay, now for I is equal to 1, so for I is equal to 1 up to, your n, that is, now we are scanning all the vertices. scanning all the vertices that are adjacent to open. So from adjacency matrix, how we can get the adjacencies of a vertex? That is, if your just like that here, uh, if the graph is G, let this is G. So G A and GA and E. So what is the value? Anyone please? GAE. Anyone?
1.
1. So starting vertex is A and ending vertex is E. So GAE is 1 from this adjacency matrix. Okay. So if this is small f, so if your GPTR U and I is 1, that is there is a connection. There is a connection, that is I is adjacent to U. Then push, then insert, then push. That is push. Just copy this line and paste. That is push the vertex I, push the vertex I, push the vertex I. Push the vertex I into open, and then end if, then end for. This is your end if, and this is end while, and finally return your visited array, and finally stop. This is your entire algorithm, right? Now you have to find out. Now we have to find out the breadth first search of this given graph. Can you find out the breadth first search? Anyone? What is the order? Any idea?
No, sir.
So the graph is A, B, C. From A, B, and this is your C, ABC, ABC, and D. This is your D, D, E. Next one is your E, D, E. From there is a connection, and from B to D, and from A to E. Is it the corrected graph? ঠিক আছে তো গ্রাফটা?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So first, let it is given that A is the starting vertex. Let A is the starting vertex. It is given A is your starting vertex. Now breadth first search. So breadth first search, this is your open stack. Sorry, depth first search. So first visited vertex is A. So A is pushed. A is pushed. Okay. This is your open. This is your open stack. Right? Open stack. And this is the visited array. Visited array. So A is visited. A is not in the array. So first V is copied in U and then push the U. Okay. And while your stack top is not null, so first pop U, that is pop A. And if search array, what is the efficient search? Any idea? What is the efficient search in any array? Key search
Binary
use for
search.
don't use the linear search, just use binary search so that your complexity at line number 9 getting reduced. Binary search order of log n. So search array visited U. So two arguments of the search array function. First argument is the array name and second argument is the required vertex. Okay, it is false. So obviously line number 9 is false. So insert, execute line number 10, that is insert visited U. That is here U is A. So insert A in the visited vertex. Okay, up to line number 10. Any query, please clarify. Please clarify. Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Any query up to line number
No.
10?
No, sir.
Next, line number 11. For I is equal to 1 to n, if your GPTR U comma I is 1, then push that particular I. So find out the adjacencies of A. So write down the adjacencies of A. So what are the adjacencies of A?
B and C.
So write down B. So write down B and C. B and C. Okay. B and C complete. B and C complete.
Sir, will E be an adjacency or it will?
Yes, E. Yes, E. Very good. B, C, E. These are the so for I is equal to 1 to n, if your sorry, first of all write down so when for I is equal to 1, complexity is order of n, I is equal to 1 to n, if your U of I is 1. So first, when I is 1, if we take B, this is depth first search. So A and B, this is 1. GPTR A and B, this is 1. So push this B in the stack. Okay. So push this in the stack. Right now, is it okay? Is it okay? Push
Sir, can you
this.
explain this part once again? I missed last what you said about
So
the push.
for I is equal to 1 to n.
Yes.
So if your GPTR U and I is 1. So when I is B, it is true. AB, GPTR AB is true.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
GPTR AB is 1. Now push B in the open. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So up to line number 13.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Next again, increase the value of I. Increase the value of so your new U is now B. Your new U is B. So what is connected from B?
C, E and D.
E and D. So let this is E, or you can take D also. Let this is E. So E is connected. So write down B. First B. Okay. Next, E is inserted. E is inserted. Okay. Next, again, U. E is your new U. So the connected vertices are B,
A and B.
B, and A. Now already B and A are
Yes, it's done.
these are stored in your array, visited array. So write down D. So write down D and let store E in the visited array. Okay. Next, D is inserted. D is inserted. So what is the adjacencies of D? These are E,
C,
E,
E, A and B.
C. Total
B
3
and
because
B are done.
the degree of D is 3. That's why C, E, and B. But already E and D are inserted. E and B are inserted in your visited array. Okay. So
C will be the new.
C is the push. C is pushed, and write down D here. Write down D here. Okay. Next C. Next C. So what are the adjacencies of C? These are A and D,
D.
but already A and D are inserted in your visited array. So this is your last vertex. So write down C here. So what is the depth first search? The depth first search is that A, then B, then E, then D, then E. Depth first, going to the depth first search. That's why stack is used. Starting from the first vertex, you have to go towards the depth. Every time you have to scan the depth. Suppose the graph is given in this form. Let the graph is given in this form. Let this is a tree. Actually, this is a graph, right? Any confusion? This is a graph, though.
Yes, sir.
So this is your starting vertex. So starting from 1, you have to scan in this way. So this is the main depth first search algorithm. So first visit this one, next visit this one along the depth wise, next visit this one, next this one. Okay, complete. Next visit this particular next visit this one, next this one, next this and this. So this is your depth first search algorithm. So